Yo guys, welcome back to Leadfoot TV. So if you watched my first episode on the SR20 Micra, you will have seen that it had a huge problem with it, which was this massive crack in the chassis rail.
So much torque, the chassis twisted coming off the line.
It has now been welded up, so I welded that up. Unfortunately, once we started welding, we found more rust everywhere, so it has had like 15 hours of welding done on it. So yeah, anyway, I'll start here. So this is the huge crack that it started with when I got the car, and obviously it had cracked there and cracked further up. So every time I was accelerating, the whole car was just flexing, and it was pretty horrendous. It was really dangerous to drive, to be honest. And so what we ended up doing was cutting out that crack. Once we got inside, we realised that it had been badly repaired before, and then water had got inside, and it had all rusted on the inner skin as well, which you'll see in a second. So this, the inner skin is all rusty as well. So I actually cut way further than that out. That was like our first cut in, and that captive nut had snapped off because it's so rusty. So we cut the inner skin out. This is the crack at the top here where so that was what was giving it all of its flex, and obviously it was all rusty up there. So it's all been cut out, it's all been patched up. The inner skin has been welded, cut right back to nice metal and welded up again, and then the outer skin's been done as well. So yeah, this is what it looks like now. So it's all been patched up and welded up now. As you can see, it's cut quite a significant amount out and just redid the whole thing, rather than just repairing the bit that was broken. We cut right back to get all the rust out. So yeah, it's all patched up back there. Unfortunately, we found some more once we started digging. So the mount under here, where it mounts to the anti-roll bar, is cracked around the back as well. So that needs welding. And then I knew about this bit when I came to collect the car, was just under here in the back corner of the in the back corner. I don't know if I can see. Yeah, just under there, you can see here is looking a bit crusty. So rather than just trying to get it through an MOT or whatever, I'm just going to fix everything. So it's going back for welding tomorrow to get that front anti-roll bar bit patched up, and I'm just going to cut this all out before it gets any worse and get this done as well. So I've got to take all the carpet out, so that's what going to do today. I'm going to take all the interior out of the car anyway, so I'm going to start gutting all the interior and get the carpet out of the car, so that we can weld it without it setting on fire, because that would be really annoying. so yeah, we're going to crack on with getting all the interior out of it now. So I've got all the carpet out now. My GoPro's just died, so I won't be able to film the rest of me like actually taking it out, but I've still got all the panels and everything to take off. I've got the roof lining to do. It came part dead easy because all the back seats weren't bolted in, which was nice in a way, but nice and not so nice in another way. I literally just pulled the black seat and the whole bench came out. It wasn't bolted in at all. It's like the deeper I dig with this car, the worse it gets. So yeah, I've just gone back here, and none of the ECU is secure or anything like that. so that needs dressing. I've got to the bit where it's rusty, so you can see it's absolutely shagged, and here as well. The whole thing's absolutely just fucking knackered, and yeah, it's just crusty as anything. It's pretty bad, and I thought that would it was okay on the other side, but turns out it's not on there either. So yeah, that's gone right through as well. So yeah, it's a bit of a rock box, but it can be fixed. So but yeah, fucking rust everywhere. So I've like I say, I'm gonna have to get both sides done. It's not a big issue because obviously I've got to take the interior out anyway, so the interior is coming out. It only needs a patch in each corner. It's not horrendous, but yeah, like I said, the more I dig, the more I seem to find. So I'm hoping it'll stop soon, because yeah, like I say, I'm gonna switch everything from this Micra, my 1.3, onto this one eventually. And yeah, so I have like my bucket seats and everything to go in here. I'm gonna just stick the Sanders seat back in for now, because obviously if they're welding on it, like there's no point in me having the decent seats in here. So yeah, and yeah, so I want to swap everything from that Micra. I want to get rid of this steering wheel. It's too small, and yeah, it's just annoying. And yeah, so I'm gonna pull all this deadening out the front. I've got to get the door cards off, got to get all this trim, all the roof lining, all the trim down the back as well. So that's my next job. It'll all pay off eventually. So I'm just focusing on getting the chassis sorted. Then we'll swap all my suspension and everything off that one onto here. And then once all the chassis is sorted, then we'll I'll work on tidying the engine up and figuring out what the flat spot's for. I'm gonna underseal all the inner arches. I've got new bottom wishbones and everything to go onto it as well. So I will be replacing everything with new stuff. So it will be like, it's gonna be pretty much fully restored, which seems stupid for a Micra, but I have enjoyed building the other one. So this is everything I've taken out of it. Obviously you got the back bench, your seats, your boot carpet. I've got the whole other carpet in there. There's a random samurai sword. I think it's like meant to be a gear knob in the boot. I don't know, just extra JDM scene points or something. But yeah, that's everything I've taken out of it so far. I'm gonna crack on with the rest. I'm not gonna bother filming it, but I'll show you what it looks like once I've got it all out, and then it's ready to go for welding tomorrow then. Right, so the Micra is back from welding. As you can see, that we found another bit in the front corner. There's the bit at the back. It's obviously not gonna stay that colour. It's just to stop it getting rusty again. So yeah, there's that bit, the bit in the front, and then there was a load just behind here, the sill all the way up until like where the suspension mounting points are. Was rotten, so we had to cut all of that out underneath as well, weld like the back of the sill and then like around the suspension mounting points, but it's all good now. Yeah, you're probably wondering why the anti-roll bar is in the car. I left it off because we had to, there was obviously the other bit that needed finishing off as well, around the anti-roll bar mounting points, so we took the roll bar off to do that. And yeah, but it needs both front wishbones replacing, because both front wishbones are absolutely knackered. So it needs front wishbones replacing. So I left the anti-roll bar off because I thought I may as well paint it all up and stuff and just like tidy it up a little bit before I put it back on. I just want to tidy everything up and paint it so the rust doesn't spread. The jump leads are in because the battery's now knackered, so I need to find a new battery for it as well. We unearthed this, which is the ECU just rattling around all over the place. It's not secure, so that needs sorting as well. Underneath, I found out that there's been a bit of an oil leak. I've noticed when I've moved the car, there's been a bit of an oil patch. So while it was up on the ramp for the welding, I had a quick look underneath, and it looks like that looks like it might be leaking from both drive shaft seals. So I've got to sort that out as well. And there's a little bit of an oil leak I think might be coming from the sump gasket. So what I'm going to do now is basically try and clear. I'm going to spend the day clearing my garage out so that I can reverse the car back into the garage, get the front jacked up, and literally just strip the whole front end down. I'm going to take all the suspension off it and underseal all the inner arches, like rub it down, underseal all the inner arches, paint up all the suspension components, put the I've got a new set of drop links, bottom arms. I'll probably get some new track rod ends as well, and yeah, just clean everything up, do the drive shaft seals, do the sump gasket, and just fix everything that needs fixing on it, because it's got no MOT at the moment, so any problems with it's going to cause me an issue. So I'm just going to get it in, and I'm just going to clean the whole front end up underneath and get it looking semi-presentable. I'll probably strip all the brakes down as well. I noticed that the brakes were missing the rubbers on the sliders, so it won't be long before the brake calipers seize up if I don't do anything about that. So yeah, there's quite a bit to sort out on the front end before I take it for MOT. So yeah, this one's all still in one piece, and who says the race cars aren't practical? I've got a lot of stuff to take to the tip. So yeah, this one's still all in one piece. I'm just clearing my garage out now. I've got so much crap in here that I need to just sort out. We'll try and move everything off this side away so that I can actually just get the full car in and actually get access down each side of it. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm just going to spend the day cleaning the garage out, and so that we can get the SR20 Micra into the garage and sort it out. So yeah, that's where I'm up to with the SR20 Micra. I'm just going to finish clearing this garage out today, get it rolled in. We'll get it jacked up. I'll pick up the next video once I got it jacked up and got the wheels off, and I'll show you all the little issues it is with it. Like, I found so much, like both bottom arms are knackered. The brake lines weren't clipped in, so there was literally, like, it would have just been a matter of time before the brake line went, like the tyre caught the brake line and severed my brake line, and I probably would have died. So so there's that to sort out. Today was the first time I've driven it without, because obviously all the welding's been done now, so there's no flex in the chassis anymore. So I gave it a bit of a boot this morning. It's got a bit of a problem, like sometimes you'll boot it and it feels really gutless, and sometimes it flipping goes like mad and it actually like torque steers all over the place. So yeah, I need to figure that out. I think it's a fueling problem, like a fuel pump or ignition problem somewhere, but I'll sort that as well. And yeah, it'll be cool once it's all finished, but it needs a little bit of work before it goes for MOT. So I'll pick up the next video once I got it in here and jacked up, and we'll show you around everything that is that needs doing before it can go back on the road. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you want to see more content on the Micra, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.